Hey, second grade, how are you? Welcome to art class. This is your second to last art project for the whole entire year. And next year you'll be third graders and I'll be seeing you for third grade art. So let's make this one a good one. Today you're going to need a piece of paper. Bigger is better if you have bigger, but if you just have printer paper, that's fine too. You'll need a pencil and you'll need something to make color. So markers or crayons or color crayons. If you want to use paints, you can. Something like a Sharpie or a fine point black marker would be great for you to gather. And if you want to really wow me, maybe you'll have some other construction paper or little pieces of colorful paper and a glue stick. That's not necessary, but you can. You will be making your own superhero today. So this will be a project about you as a superhero. You have to imagine, what would you wear? What's your costume or your uniform? Do you have a cape? Do you have a logo or an emblem on the front, a lightning bolt or a letter of your name? What are your superpowers? Can you fly? Can you be invisible? Can you freeze things? Can you always get an A in Mr. Vidal's class? It's up to you. So I need to know what you're wearing, what's your power, and maybe you want to put yourself in your environment. So for example, if you're a superhero that flies, why don't you draw yourself flying up above the city or your house or the school? If you are a superhero that has magical powers, maybe you have a wand and there's some magical things around you in your picture. So these are the things that I want to see, and if you gather your items, meet me back here in a minute after I switch up my camera and we'll get started. Welcome back. All right, I see that you got all of your supplies together. I have some colored pencils, I have some crayons, my pencil, and paper. For now, I'm going to move these guys aside so I have more room to draw. And I want to say to you first that it is up to you whether you want your paper in the vertical position, which is called portrait or vertical, or whether you want it in this horizontal position, which is called landscape or horizontal. If you maybe have a superhero that is going to be flying over a city, maybe this is a good way, so you can show a lot of buildings in the city and your superhero's up there. So it's going to be up to you, but I just thought that I would give you a couple of ideas of sketching the superhero first. So my paper is going to go this way just so I can show you these ideas. Okay, let me zoom you in a little bit closer to start here. All right. Some people get a little nervous when they're trying to learn to draw, especially drawing people. So I wanted you to see that you can start with something as simple as a stick figure, and then you can kind of beef it up or bulk it up, add some muscle on there or add some body onto it. This is what I mean. When you draw your person, let's say that the head is going to be up here towards the top of the paper. First I'm going to draw just a plain stick figure just standing still. Okay, so here's a head. You need a little neck on there. The shoulders come out. Think about your shoulders. If you looked at a person, their shoulders are actually 3 heads wide. So I could put another head here, one in the middle, and one here. So your shoulders should be as wide as 3 heads. It's funny to think of it that way. Okay, now, then the arms are going to come down. Let's just put them straight down. Here comes the body, comes down from the neck. And then your hips, your belly button would be right about here, right? So your hips, your person needs to have some width, okay? So our legs are not going to just fan out from there. We're going to give them a little bit of hips so that the legs can be farther apart, okay? So this is where we are, right? Kind of a crazy looking boxy person. But when you're drawing, you want to start adding, you can start with a quick sketch like this, but then you fill it out by doing something like this. Let's say we give the neck a little bit of width, right? Let's say we round the shoulders a little bit.
And the arm comes down, and let's give the arm some thickness. So now we've gotten rid of those boxy shoulders, and this is one side of the arm, but here's the other side. So we thicken it up. Now, if you're already good at drawing people, you don't have to do this method. I'm just kind of showing you what you can do. Now here, from where the armpit is, you're going to bring your torso, your middle part of your body in, and line it up with those hips. Okay? And then the legs wouldn't just be skinny stick legs unless your superhero is stick man, I guess. So this is one side of the leg. The other side of the leg, thicken it up. Okay? So now we have 2 thicker legs. Okay? Then for feet, let me move the paper up a little bit for you. For feet, I'm just going to angle my feet sort of outwards like that. And here's the other one like this. Okay, so the person is standing there, maybe one leg is a little bit more forward than the other. And the hands are always tough for people. So what I like to tell people to do is you just kind of draw the hand shaped like that, almost like a mitten, and here comes a glove, or the thumb. Okay, can you see that? I wish I could get it a little bit in better focus for you. Okay, I'll do another one. Here's the thumb. Thumb points in towards the legs. If you hang your arms down to the side, you'll see that your thumbs kind of are more inward. And then we have the rest of the hand, like that. So these are very boxy, kind of mitten type of hands, but that gives you the idea. Then we can go back and erase these pointy, boxy shoulders that we had, and this is your basic person shape. Okay, so your action, or your superhero, needs to be in action. So I would ask maybe a little brother or sister, or a big brother or sister, or your mom or dad to pose for you. And if they are not available, you could always watch TV, especially if you're watching a sporting event, maybe watching a, I don't know, baseball game, although there aren't any right now, but watch something on TV, pause it when the person is in motion. So let's say their arms are reaching up in the air or something like that, or they're flying. Let's try one flying. Okay, so if you're flying, let's say I'm going to fly up on a diagonal. I'm going to leap up off the ground and I'm going to fly. So here's my head like this. My arms would come, here's one arm. Here's this kind of boxy mitten hand that I have. You can feel free to do a better hand if you know how to do that, but this is our quick little lesson. And then my other arm, if I was flying, would kind of be behind my head. So I'm going to put it over here. Remember, the thumbs point inwards towards each other. Okay, and then here comes the back. You can't really see the person's neck from behind, but we know their shoulders would be about here. So their body comes down like this. This guy's going to be really long. It might accidentally kick this other person. Okay, and so this is their back. And then let's bend him a little so he doesn't kick this other guy. Here comes a leg. Here comes another leg. Remember, we thickened up those legs? I'm drawing quick and sketchy. What if we give a bend to the knees? What if we go like this? Look at this, is kicking the other guy in the knee. I'm sorry. Sorry. And there's a leg. We got another bend in the knee. Another leg like that. Okay, so he's very long and stretched out. If this is a girl, maybe the hair is going to come like this and fly in the wind. Woo! Okay? So this is one way to draw a person flying. So you're really going to start looking at people and seeing what their bodies look like in motion like this. So now, back to the superhero idea. Think about, is your superhero just posing and showing you what their costume or their uniform looks like? Or are they flying? Are they in action, maybe running? It's going to be up to you. What I'd want you to do for your, you can do a practice page like this, but when you do your final drawing, I would like to see your person doing something. Is it standing with its pet? That could be sort of doing something. Is it holding a magic wand? Is it flying over buildings? If it was, how about if we had this is your superhero, what if you did a whole city down here? Maybe there's a skyline and buildings all together down here. with windows. Here's a road, tall skyscrapers. Let's give it a different shape. Okay, so you get the idea, right? You're just coming up with interesting things. Maybe this windows are going like this in this building. Maybe there is a tree. I don't know. It's a kind of a crazy tree, but I'm going fast. Whoops, there's my tree. Okay, so my person is going to be flying over. So you want to think of these things. You're going to think of who is your person. Is it super Salvin? And what are his powers or her powers? Is it Abril has the power to see in the dark? Okay, so who is it? What can they do? Also, another what. What does... Oh, I broke my pencil. I'll have to go to another pencil. What if Paris has... she knows who her superhero is, what her superhero does. What does her superhero wear? So what is Paris wearing as a superhero? Maybe Paris's powers are... Paris has pet powers. All pets love her. So maybe she wears rabbit ears and a bunny suit, or she has chicken feet. I don't know. Sorry, Paris. I'm just having fun. So these are the things I want to know. Who are you? What are you doing? What are you wearing? Do you have a big letter on your front? Preston, do you have a big P in the front of your shirt? Bonifacio, do you have a big B somewhere on your costume? Okay, so all of these things, think about. Let your picture tell a story. So I would love to see these. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that it was so you learned something new when you thought about how to draw a body in different ways. And have fun with this. Don't forget, color it in. You can use anything you want to color it in. And tell me who and what and what. All right, thank you. Have a good day.